Hey guys, have you seen this ad from Dove promoting body positivity for women in gaming or something like that? Okay, first off, why is Sword to just have a tiny energy blast to one-shot the giant monster is supposed to look all intimidating? You know what? Why am I even questioning this? Let's just continue. Okay, that was weird. If these companies and body positivity influencers, so to speak, actually cared about helping people, they would promote healthier living and keeping active as reasonable as someone can do given their circumstances, as well as the acceptance. But they don't do that. As a matter of fact, the opposite tends to happen at times. Some of them will actually shame trying to eat better and trying to keep more active, which is a pretty nefarious thing to do. Like, that's pretty messed up. So there's a tweet about that video too. Let's see what people are saying. For example, this response from Mary Mayhem with over 700 likes.
Absolutely not. Actual female gamers never asked for this. Stop asking ideologues what they want and pretending like you asks female gamers. I like my escapism as just that, escapism. And pretending to represent the thoughts and opinions of women who actually spend their time and money on games won't actually result in higher revenue for you. It will, however, inspire a lot of resentment. Because it turns out virtue signaling is pretty easy to see through. And if you actually knew the people you were trying to engage, you'd know that gamers are 2.5 IQ points above the average. We know what you're trying to do. And it won't work. Now get out. I'm trying to transmog a metal bikini onto my Blood Elf Paladin. Main spec tank off spec heals you uncultured weirdos.
Wait, the gamer IQ thing isn't a joke? I had to go look that up. I thought she was just trying to be funny or something. But like, there apparently is a study that was done with results that showed those, this was specifically, I guess, children, but they said the results of those that played more games than the average increased their intelligence between the two measurements by approximately 2.5 IQ points more than the average. So yeah, I guess gamers are just smarter, just built a bit different. I'm giving all of you an E high five right now. There you go. That was my hand on yours. Nina Infinity saying that she's a female gamer and she's not overweight or obese. Also, many games now have body scale sizing so you can design your character to look however you like. Lastly, your soap company. Stick to that. We have a little thing going on here. I guess people were mad at this take or something. Let's see what it says.
This is why soap brands shouldn't get involved in video game work. Being fit and athletic does not equal overly sexualized, and you know what? Treating it like it is just body shaming in the other direction. We can have chubbier girls represented in media, of course. But for the love of God, stop treating fit girls like they're wrong for being fit and sexy. Bro, why are so many people mad at me for saying we can have chubby characters without hating on slim ones? Did I not word my point properly? Was it my use of the word representation? I don't personally care for representation. I only meant to say we can have chubby and plus-size characters without the unnecessarily mean comments towards slim bodies and big boobs. That's all. Sorry if that wasn't clear.
I just think there's something kind of funny about people being like, Dove, you're a soap company. Be quiet. Anyways, I'm going to look for a few more responses from women, and then I'm going to show you a response from a man to switch it up a little bit from Reddit, actually.
So as a female gamer myself, it seems you want us to play as unattractive, dumpy-looking female characters. I don't think so.
And now, as mentioned, from Reddit, this post reads, quoting them first, 74% of women feel underrepresented in video games. And now saying, so let's start promoting unhealthy lifestyles like fat acceptance, because that's what the ad is all about. Also, do you think all men feel represented in games? I sure as heck am not a 6-foot-tall, charismatic Giga Chad, but you won't see me complain about it. When will these morons understand that we play games to escape reality, not to feel represented on a physical level? Yeah, that's a good point too. Like, for example, anecdotally, I like to play evil characters in video games sometimes. It's so different from reality. You know, I'm not an evil person in real life, but in video games, sometimes I'll play like, for example, Total War Warhammer 3. I'll play like the vampire counts and take over everything and like destroy all these cities. I'll play like the Tomb Kings and be like, Cetra deserves to own this world. He is the only rightful king. Frickin' just raid everyone, take over their cities, capture everything. Like, both those factions are evil, by the way, if you didn't know. Another comment saying, as a woman, they failed to actually represent me, and I didn't want to be represented anyways. By the way, I just have a couple questions. What's with the self-insert thing? Like, why is it happening in this ad? And why did it happen with the Velma thing? Why did it happen with the I'm Not Starfire thing? And just another simple question. Guys, do you think this is a real tattoo? Is this real? Is she, like, hugging her own arm? Like, what's going on with that? Genuine question. Like, I'm actually curious. Speaking of Velma, check this out. So we go to the tweet from the Drum talking about that Dove ad. And Tango says, I love how the tagged account they are teaming up with is a blank account. And so if we go to that account here, Woman in Games, it is like a blank account. It has 0 tweets. And the following, the only people that they're following, includes Mindy Kaling. That's like the Velma lady. What the heck? And back to the responses before we wrap this up. We got this one interesting. Says, what is wrong with having fit athletic heroes in today's culture? We have an obesity epidemic in today's culture. This isn't body positivity. It is normalizing unhappiness through unhealthy eating. Someone else saying, yep, being obese is depressing as heck, whether you are a man or a woman. I know because I am fat. But I can say with confidence that working out and improving my fitness has greatly improved my mental health and confidence. And the other person then saying, facts. Depressing leads to stress eating, maybe? Which leads to being fat, which leads to being depressed. Vicious cycle. I too am fat, and I require a lot of mental discipline to change my eating habits and stick to it. See, now that's an actual positive thing to end on. We got 2 people here keeping it real and being positive and optimistic about improving the situations that they're in, which they want to improve to the best that they can given their circumstances. Again, I think that's all a lot more positive than whatever the heck this all was. So I will leave it there, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed this segment. I look forward to seeing what you have to say about it in the comments. And of course, in the next segment, which will be tomorrow.